All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to this week's episode of Mocktail Minutes. This is Bailey.
And this is Brianna.
This week, I am drinking the Roasted Purpose. I'm doing their, maple pumpkin spice collagen coffee. This one you can't get anymore though, because they do like a flavor of the month. So you can subscribe and you get coffee to your door every month and you forget about it. And then you're like, oh, a fun new flavor. So this was the October one. I think November, it's like I don't know, I think it's more caramely. Maybe it's a toffee one. I think that's what it is. But yeah, it's fun to do the flavor of the month.
I'm doing a liquid death today. I've been really bad about getting mocktails. It's the root beer one. I don't even like root beer, but everybody in my house does. So I have to settle on. It's actually pretty good for root beers. Better than the Olipop. I feel like if you're a root beer.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't tried that one. I haven't tried any flavored liquid deaths. I never think about those.
Pretty good. There's just
yeah. And today we have a guest on. We haven't had a guest in a while. So we have Dani here today. Dani, if you want to introduce yourself and then share your drink that you have.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Dani, mom of two, full-time working mom in the corporate world, I guess you could say. And I am drinking, shameless plug, First Form Clear. If you have a hard time getting in your protein, you should have zero excuses. You need to find a clear protein to drink because it tastes just like juice. There's also like grape, fruit punch, watermelon. So I just sip on this to hit my protein goal throughout the day. So yeah.
Yes, yeah. I feel like clear protein, it's like all the hype right now. It's helping a lot of people out. I sometimes give it to my son as well because we're in the phase of he's putting things in his mouth, chews it and spits it out on the floor, and it's like hilarious. So I'm like, well, at least if you're going to chug water, I'm going to give you a little something to give you some nutrients. So he does the vital proteins like the bomb pop flavor, or I put like protein powder in his milk.
Yep, I do too. My kids, one of my kids, I swear, is going to be a vegetarian. She eats like no meat, good and bad. My other kid, she'll eat meat, but I give them both chocolate.
Yep, the chocolate milk, yep.
Milk in the morning, and they love it. They every morning they're like, "Where's my chocolate milk?" Like,
sorry.
Excuse me. And then anytime I'm drinking my clear, they're always asking me for drinks. It's crazy. It's crazy. It tastes so good, and I feel like I'm cheating. I feel like I'm legit drinking juice.
Guys, this is too good.
I need to try. I have not tried clear protein yet.
Oh, you need to.
And I'm gonna try on the bandwagon because I used to get First Form religiously, the Fruit Loop flavor protein.
Oh yeah, Formula One post workout. Yeah,
so good.
Yeah, Dani, do you want to share how old are your kids?
Reese is 5 and Josie will be 2 next month.
Crazy.
Yeah, time. I feel like there's a fast forward button as soon as you have kids, and it's like so unfair.
Oh my gosh, I know. It's literally insane. I'm like, Gannon is almost a year and a half.
Yeah. Aw, I haven't seen him in so long.
Oh yeah, he's all boy, very wild, very redhead attitude.
Love it. We love it.
Redhead energy.
Yes, lots of it. Today, so we asked Dani to be on the podcast. She kind of mentioned she's a mom. She works in the corporate world. And I think something we see many people struggle with is finding the balance of it all, with feeling like you have to sacrifice either being a mom or sacrifice being at work or sacrifice your health. You're always sacrificing something. And it's like, oh, I just can't do it. So we wanted her to come on here and share like, how the heck do we do it all, and kind of give some behind the scenes of what makes you, I guess, feel balanced and not feel like my life is just a chore and I'm just dead at the end of the day. Because I also know, like, so you're really active on social medias and you get up and you do the morning workouts. And I mean, as a mom too, I think the mornings are my time and they're very sacred. And I find that morning workouts, they just work the best for a lot of people, especially when you have young kiddos. Yeah. And the hardest part, well, even if you don't have kids, morning workouts can be the best time to get it in. But we often have a hard time like committing, like, how do I get up? Like, I just couldn't get out of bed. I kept pressing snooze. So what is your advice? Like, how to get started with doing the morning workout? Why do you choose to work out 5 a.m.?
Well, I want to preface it with this. If you are a new mom, like let's say brand new, like you have a newborn, 3 months,
Mhm.
okay, you have to give yourself grace. It's really hard to see other people online like getting their bodies back so soon, and like you start judging your journey against theirs, and that's just so not fair. And sometimes it's really unrealistic thought process too. Like it's
Yeah.
just possible. You really do have to have almost like a moment of like, okay, I'm ready to do this tomorrow. Like if you keep putting off tomorrow, it's never going to happen. So there's a fine balance of like, hey, give yourself some grace, but hey, I'm finally at a point now where I'm ready to start, pushing through and doing that. And I would say for me, for my second kid, it was at 6 months, but for my first baby, like her entire first year was just so hard. And I really had to accept the fact that like I just have to do what's right for me right now. And that's not getting up at 4 in the morning and praying that I make it to work and don't fall asleep at the wheel. Like that
Yeah.
was so terrible. So like it's really different for everybody, and don't judge your journey against someone else's. But with Josie, it was about that 6 month mark where I was like, okay, I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to, shed some fat, gain my muscle back. And I mean, that says a lot coming from someone who works like in the supplement and fitness industry. Like that's what our company does. That's what I work for. I work for First Form, and they are a supplement, nutrition, health, wellness company. I work in the apparel division, which is super fun, and we can get into that later. But as far as like getting up, so yeah, my mornings is when I get to. I have two kids, one's in school, one's at daycare, and I have to get home, I have to make dinner, I have to get them baths and then get them to bed. And to add another twist to this, I drive like an hour and 15 minutes one way to work every day. So I'm in the car a lot. I sacrifice my drive for where I live, but I don't want that to sacrifice my fitness and my health and how I want to feel 20 years down the road when, I'm not going to be able to jump on the trampoline with my kid. You know what I mean? Like I want to be able to
Mhm.
do stuff like that. And I honestly, like once you have a kid and your postpartum body, like you can feel that. You can feel that drain. You can feel that like, oh my gosh, why was it so hard to get up that step? Like, holy cow, like you're starting to lose your muscle and you feel that drain. And I just never want to feel like that ever again. I want to be a strong mom. I want to be able to be there for my kids. And so I know if I don't get it done in the morning, I'm probably not going to get it done in the afternoon. And body in motion stays in motion type thing. So if you just get up and exercise it every single day, it'll get easier. And honestly, what I have found for me is like mini challenges for myself. So I'm sure you've heard of the program 75 Hard. You
Mhm.
don't have to start there. You definitely can. Like you can cold turkey just go, and some people need that, but maybe start with little challenges. Okay, for 14 days straight, I'm going to get up at this time. And maybe you do miss it one day, but don't let that stop you. I think that's the biggest piece that people miss is like, well, shoot, I missed it that one day. I might as well not do it tomorrow. Like, no, do
Mhm.
it again tomorrow and just keep going and act as if that didn't happen. And I think that's the mindset you kind of have to get into, especially for morning workouts. But yeah, does that answer the question? Like, I know that was really loaded, but it's a little bit of grace, but at the same
Yes.
time, knowing when hey, I'm ready for this. Like, I'm ready to keep going and I'm ready to, get my muscle back, start losing fat.
Yeah, and it sounds like you're relying more on the commitment side of things rather than just being like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to wake up and the sun's not even up yet.
Yeah. I mean, I will say the sunrise does help.
Yes. Being able to see it. Yeah.
Where we live. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I drive an hour and 15 minutes to work one way. So I'm in the car a lot, and I get a lot of crap for that too, of like, how do you do it all? I'm gonna be honest with you. My house looks like a tornado half the time, okay? The dishes pile up, but it gets done. I'm not just gonna like leave it there for weeks, but there's give and take for sure. It's hard to get it all done. Also having a supportive partner, I'm gonna
Mhm.
touch on that too, like having someone that's gonna help you clean or help you with the kids and everything else. Like we each take on duties, but yeah.
And I think that's the key is figuring out like what does juggling it all mean for me right now.
Yeah.
And I've talked to so many women who are just like, well, I got to do the laundry and the house needs to be clean. And I'm like, that's always going to be there. Is that something you want to be juggling right now? Because for me, I try to make it to where it's like fitness is one of those things I'm juggling. That's one of the things that I want to keep in motion. So what do you do for your mindset? Because I think a lot of people think like, there's no way I have to get all this done. And fitness is like this optional thing that they can juggle, if that makes sense.
Well, that's why fitness is the first thing I do when I wake up, because if I do that, then it's not hanging over my head all day long. Also, that's the thing that's probably going to take me, I don't want to say like the longest, because if you chop up your day, everybody has the same 24 hours. We all have similar things to do and similar time at our job. Well, for the most part, I don't want to, downgrade, nurses who have 12-hour shifts,
yeah.
things like that. You know what I mean? But we all have the same 24 hours. So if I get that done first, I know, the dishes are going to take me 25 minutes. Maybe I'll have time to do dishes tonight before bed. And then tomorrow I'll do laundry. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, it's this, I feel your pain, because fitness almost has to be first. Otherwise I know I'm going to miss it. And like you said, dishes are going to keep going. You're always going to have to do laundry. So like, why not think about your fitness the same way though?
Exactly. Yeah. And I think that's a problem that many of us face, is that fitness, it's an optional thing. Like, sure, I could have nice biceps and abs, but I think we kind of miss the point where maybe fitness isn't about having abs. I don't really have abs, but like, I do like to look in the mirror and be like, oh my God, look, some arm muscle is popping through. Oh my gosh, my jeans fit really nicely. So I think we often just think about fitness in terms of like how I look. So then it feels more optional, but really, I don't think it should be optional. I mean, our muscle is going to determine how well we age. It's going to be, it's like our best insurance policy, I always say, because it determines your health, having lean muscle mass versus looking at your fat mass. And we've actually had a few episodes on that recently, versus like talking about subcutaneous fat versus visceral fat. So having this lean muscle, it is a priority. And I think that can be a big shift for a lot of people.
Yeah. And like I said earlier, being able to jump on the trampoline with your kids, not going upstairs and feeling winded, like being able to help the old man with the boxes he's carrying, like little things like that just add up that really do matter about your fitness.
And I think a lot of things, like I think all three of us kind of relate to this, where sometimes we just like to do things on our own. We don't want to have to wait for our husbands to like bring a box inside or to like build something or whatever it is. Like, I want to be able just to like carry something up the stairs above my head. Or it's even when it comes to kids too. And I think we do have people listening that don't have kids, but we have lots of people that do have kids. But being able to like put my kid on my shoulders and do squats with him, and he thinks it's hilarious. Like, cool, I'm able to do that. So I think there's lots of things to think about why fitness should be a priority, not just that optional piece as well. Do you feel like you have specific like systems in place that help your day run smoother? Like, for example, laundry. That's something that it can pile up so easily. A system that I put in, because I hated spending hours just folding laundry, and now I have like 5 baskets to fold and put away. So I do a load of laundry almost every day. I put something in there and I try and fold it every night before I go to bed, because then it helped decrease screen time before I went to bed, because I don't need a screen to fold laundry necessarily. But it also made Sundays run smoother because I'm not spending hours. So do you have any like systems in place that just help things run smoother?
Well, I'm just going to touch on laundry real quick. God bless my husband, because that's my downfall as a human being is laundry. Dishes, no problem. Cleaning toilets, cleaning the house, cleaning the floor, like no problem. Laundry, shoot. I'm just going to be honest.
Yeah.
He helps me a lot, but systems in place, I'd say the dishes. I haven't been as good. Hopefully my husband doesn't watch this. He'll be like, but I really do try to do. So, you run the dishes and then you load it later. I try to run it, load it, and run it again. So then the next morning I can take it all out, and then I'm better set up for the week as far as the dishes go. So that's one thing. Do with kids, I try to place their outfits out for the week, like on Sundays. So like throughout the week, I don't have to think about that later. That's one less thing. I do have a 5-year-old who likes to choose what she wears sometimes. And so that throws a wrench into my plans. But yeah, I try to do that. I'm trying to think of any other systems I have in place.
Well, you mentioned like working on your protein goals right now. Do you do any meal prep, or when it comes to nutrition, even like what helps you there?
Yes, I try to meal prep at least one thing on the weekend for my lunches during the week. So like let's say it's a pork chop or it's taco meat or it's chicken. That way I have one thing I have less to think about throughout the week. So yeah, I do meal prep at least one thing, and that's just for my lunches. If my husband's listening to this again, is such a diva and will not let me meal prep dinners. He prefers them fresh, so you give and take. He helps me with
Yes.
laundry. I can at least cook you a meal at night.
You get a hot meal, I guess.
Right.
Love it. Huh. Do you, okay, I'm going to ask this because this comes up a lot.
Okay.
Moms are always like, where do you find the motivation? And for me, I have a hard time answering that because I don't really feel like a lot of these are motivation driven for me. A lot of days, it's like, this is just something I'm choosing to do. I'm making it just what I do. I get up, I move, I try to move throughout the day. So how would you answer that if someone was like, how do you just have the motivation to do it?
For me, it's all mindset. It's not really motivation. My mind literally had to like click of, hey, this makes me feel better. I know I'm going to feel so much better if I just get up and go.
Mhm.
And then I harp on, okay, today I didn't get up. It's 9 o'clock. I have the kids in bed and I feel like garbage because I didn't get up and get my, with my alarm and get my workout in. Like it's all mindset. Like, for example, the past couple weeks, my lunch, even though it's getting colder, which is unfortunate, I'm going to eat my lunch for 10 minutes and then I'm going to put on my weighted vest and I'm going to go for a walk, a couple laps around our building. And that's all mindset. It's like, I know if I get these extra steps in, I'm going to feel so much better in 8 weeks. Like at the holidays, when people are all asking me, oh, how'd you do it? How you look so good? How'd you lose weight? Like, it's like all mindset shift.
You just did it.
I know I will feel so much better in weeks if I just keep doing it. And it's not for everything. It's not like something I have to do, long term. I do think that weighted walks is extremely underrated.
Yes.
Walk in general, but a weighted vest walk is like the hack no one knows about. I don't like literally probably wouldn't even have to weight lift or cardio or anything. If you were to put on a weight vest and just walk for 45 minutes a day, like that just changed my life. It really did. That's a topic for another day, but super underrated. But I think it's like I said, all mindset shift. You just have to you have to know what you want and the goals that you want. You know you're going to feel so much better. It's not really motivation. It's not real. Honestly, it comes down to practicing your discipline muscle.
A lot of these things, I personally think it's how we can do self-care. A lot of times we think about self-care in terms of like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna take a bubble bath with candles and all these things, where I think moving your body, making sure you're eating, going to bed on time, all these different practices, they are true forms of self-care. So, and it sounds like you're doing that too. So what helps you reframe like, this is self-care that doesn't feel selfish?
Yeah, I think society has really twisted that.
Yeah.
Social media and society has made that something completely different because self-care is, maybe that's not drinking alcohol every night. Maybe that's not, you know what I mean? The things that they feed us and tell us that are going to make us feel better. I mean, self-care is exactly that, is taking care of your skin, of, your mental health, your physical health. It's way deeper than a bubble bath.
Yes.
In my opinion. Like, and that's something we talk a lot about here, like at First Form at our company, is like, because at the end of the day, if we're gonna ask, our customers to take our protein and work out, like we've got to preach that too. We've got to live that same life. It's not exactly easy, but it's simple. It's not, we don't have to overcomplicate it.
We're very good at doing.
Yes.
That's what, so we were actually just talking about this because a lot of times Brianna and I, what we're teaching to build foundations for people, like these are not hard things. Eating 30 grams of protein does not have to be hard, but it seems hard when you first get going because it's not a habit that you have in place. So it's a simple task that we're trying to make it harder than it is. We're like, you could go eat a pack of tuna and 2 hard-boiled eggs and boom, you're at 30 grams of protein. That wasn't hard. That was actually easy. We just kind of make it harder than what it needs to be, I think, sometimes too.
Yeah. Well, and I think
People know what
too,
you don't know.
yeah.
Need people
Yeah.
like you to tell people because they don't know. Like, I remember when I first got started and I was like, I have to eat 130 grams of protein. And I remember tracking it and being nowhere close. And I was like, how in the world am I supposed to do this? But like we said, if you just keep trying every day, you'll get a little bit better at it. And every single day it'll compound. And soon you'll look back and be like, wow, look at me go.
But
Sorry,
that's it.
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, people, but what you said is exactly it. Like, oh, if you just keep trying, you'll get there. I think people want to go from A to Z, like right now. And they want to, and that's just not how it works. And that's the unsexy thing is like, no, continue doing it. I'm not going to wake up tomorrow, do a workout at 5 a.m. and then have a 6-pack and look amazing and fit into the jeans I want to do and just like love how I feel. Same with nutrition, same with all that. But you like work yourself to it. And I think for me, and this happened when I became a mom, it was that shift in perspective of like, maybe I'm working out today and moving my body to feel good so that I have the energy to actually keep up with my kids, not lose my mind. Like maybe it's not for that 6-pack right now. Eventually, all of that comes as like a byproduct of like, oh, I'm looking better. Okay, great. I'm having that body composition change. But it's the maybe I'm just doing this so I feel good. Yeah, eating 130 grams of protein feels overwhelming, but wow, I feel so good when I'm energized and I'm nourished and I'm not snacky all day and I have the energy to do the things. Like, I think that's what people miss is like that mindset shift of what if I just do this to feel good? Mhm.
Dani, question, like, how do you involve your family with your health goals or like your planning to meet those goals? Like you mentioned your husband and your kids. So, I mean, this is a common pain point too of like, well, my husband, he doesn't want to eat a piece of broccoli. Like, okay, well, then just make broccoli for yourself. Like, we don't have to be weird about it.
Yeah.
So, how do you normalize things for your family, but also like involve them in what you want to do?
Yeah. I mean, just like you said, I'll cook my own something. It kind of
Yeah.
sucks in the time, like having to wash an extra pan or wash an extra dish. But at the end of the day, like if I'm not hitting the goals that I want to hit with the meal that they want, then I need to adjust that for me. And that's okay. I mean, my husband doesn't work out. He doesn't exactly eat like super healthy or anything like that, but he knows that it's important to me and that's what I like to do. So
Mm-hmm.
it's important to have a supportive partner of like, okay, let's say they don't work out. That's okay. Have the conversation though. Like just talk about it. Like it's so funny how
Yeah.
as humans we don't want to have conversations that may or may not cause conflict. And he knows that I like to work out and even if I don't get it in the morning, it's kind of funny. My 5-year-old, she's my kind of accountability partner. And if she finds out I didn't work out in the morning, she'll be like, let's go down and work out. And so she'll go down there with me. And I have a gym at my house and she'll go down there with me and work out. But I won't use it as an excuse. And sometimes she'll do the workout with me. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's just her time to veg out and watch the iPad. And that's
Yeah.
okay. That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's a little of both. Yeah. So a supportive partner, and then honestly, your kids can be your accountability. But yeah, like I said, I will cook my own whatever. I will meal prep something for me. And sometimes if I'm feeling a little extra nice, I'll meal prep something for him. But yeah.
Yes. I think like voicing your goals is an important part of it. Like, I don't know why we get so weird about this with our partners, our husbands, spouses, whoever it is, where it's like we're nervous to tell them that we need a zucchini or we're like, hey, we need time to work out. So I think just being able to communicate that because they can support you and you don't have to depend on them to like go to the gym with you. You could just go downstairs and work out by yourself, like be your own person. And it's like one thing I do, I try and put my workout times in our shared calendar. So that way he knows like, yeah, you were supposed to work out this morning and you weren't out of bed. I'm like, well, now that you called me out for that, I guess I will get my butt downstairs. So I think things like that can be helpful. And you also mentioned an important part where like, he's not doing the exact same things that you are. That's okay. Like people ask me this all the time, like, does Josh just eat all these great meals because that's like what you're eating? Like, he's an adult. Like he can do whatever he wants. He's drastically improved what he does, but he doesn't lift anything.
Right.
He doesn't eat exactly what I eat. I'm not here to be like a dictator of like you must follow exactly what I want to do. I have my goals. He has what he's doing. We incorporate what we can, and it's fine. It doesn't have to be weird.
Yeah, and then sometimes too, you can cook the exact same things, but make it somewhat different. So
Mhm.
say I'm cooking spaghetti for the girls. Well, I can still use all those same ingredients, but just switch out the pasta for protein pasta. Like
Mhm.
you can, and I think that's so intimidating when you're first getting started because you think you have to give up all your favorite foods, but you don't. You just need to figure
Yeah.
out how to make them in a healthier way, which there's literally a hack for everything. At
Oh,
this point in our lives,
Literally.
there is a hack for everything. Even I literally for the longest time, like when I actually did 75 hard a couple years ago, and I ate grilled cheese like almost every day, and I made it work because it fit
Yeah.
macros. I made it a little healthier. I included a extra protein side. Like you can make anything work that you want to work. You just have to figure out how to make it healthier and making those like different substitutes. But yeah, then I would lean on your dietitians because I'm sure you guys have tons of recipe ideas and
Oh
swap.
yes.
I think that is like not reinventing the wheel.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do
We
you
put a lot of
have
pressure on ourselves.
Oh yeah. Do you have any like favorite time saving meals that you do like to include? Or let's say like, oh, you woke up late because I'm sure that's probably happened. Like, do you just skip a workout or do you have like a quick go-to that you're like, okay, I'm at least gonna get this in?
Yeah, honestly, if anything, I have a treadmill, so I'll put on my weighted vest and I'll get an incline walk. If I'm like
Yeah.
at shut like close on time, because sometimes too my brain just doesn't want to come up with a workout to do, and I'll sometimes refer to like the app that I use to come up with a workout for me because I want to get a good sweat on. I'm telling you what, a weighted incline vest walk is so underrated. But for like meals in the morning, I'll do a protein bar or like a protein meat stick. I do that a lot. I also will make like protein hot chocolate or something like that. That really fills me up. I do have this chicken recipe that is so underrated. And it's literally only 2 ingredients where you take Olive Garden dressing and you let it marinate your chicken overnight, like in a Ziploc bag in the fridge. And then you put it on the grill the next day. And I will eat that all week for work. It's so easy. It's literally 2 ingredients. There's no extras. I need like dumb people recipes. Okay. I need like so easy. I'm a horrible cook. I'm a horrible baker. I don't think my husband knew what he was signing up for me, but I've come a long way. But this, honestly, it's so good. That's super easy, macro friendly, obviously, because it's chicken. Trying to think of anything else. I rely on protein bars a lot and
Yeah.
to hit my protein goal because, like I said, you really don't know what you're eating until you track it. And then once you start
Mhm.
tracking it, you're like, wow,
Oh.
I'm way off where I thought I was.
Yes. Yeah, I always stay protein low. I've seen it get better, I would say, in this past year. Like people are starting to be like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I do need protein.
Yeah.
Yes. But what I'm saying now, we're really low on fiber. People are
Oh.
struggling with fiber and like whole food fiber from fruits and vegetables. So that's been a big challenge for many of my clients right now.
Yeah.
I relate.
With kind of shifting gears a little bit. So how has like prioritizing your health changed how you show up at work or at home? Because like we talked about, like, yeah, everyone wants aesthetic goals, and that's also something weird that like people are almost like guilty to be like, I just want to look hot and love myself in the mirror. I'm like, that's not a bad goal to have. Like, I am totally okay with it. Like, I like to look in the mirror and be like, oh yeah, there we go. So yeah, like how has prioritizing your health helped just like with work and being at home?
Yeah, especially when I get my workout in the morning. I have such a clear head and I feel so good throughout the day. And it's funny when it comes to bedtime, I know like when my body's tired and like I fall asleep so easy. It sounds so silly. Like I could like crash out after the kids go to sleep. I could just crash out and go right to bed. Like my day, I feel like just feels so, I don't know what the word is, fulfilled, like clarity, clear. Like
Mm-hmm.
when I get movement in, it just like all the pieces it fits and it feels right. Whereas when I don't, I feel super sluggish. I feel more tired, like
Yeah.
getting up earlier. Like it's so weird, like the signs that your body gives you when you start giving it the things that it needs. Because when I did do 75 hard, like I got the little sleep. I was probably like 5 to 6 hours of sleep a night, which is,
Oh no,
it
Dani.
depends who you are. Some people, like my mom, can function so well on like 5 hours of sleep every night. Like my sweet spot's like 6, 7.
Mm-hmm.
But I was getting such little sleep, but because I was, sorry, should I be saying 8? But because I was doing it for literally 75 days straight, every single day, waking up at the same time every day, I was tired all day long. Like when I put my body in that very rigorous routine, like I felt so good and so great. It's so crazy. You give your body the things that it needs and it actually does what it's supposed to. Like what?
Yes. Yeah. Listening to that biofeedback.
Yeah.
Weird
Oh yeah.
concept.
Yeah. It's almost like the day feels more purposeful. I definitely know weekends when like I don't purposely get up a little bit earlier where I'm like, we'll just sleep in a little bit. It's like my whole day just flies by and like I didn't get anything done. And I like what happened here. So I think having that routine, you just show up differently in every aspect of your life.
But if you're going from not working out and you're hearing this conversation of like you want to get started and you hear of us saying things like, oh, we have clarity and we're not tired and blah 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 blah, it's gonna take you time to get there. You have to be consistent with it. Give yourself at minimum 2, 3 weeks and then assess how you're feeling. Because I think you'll look back and be like, wow, I should have started this a long time ago. Like I think back to like my self before I found the gym and before I found love for fitness. And like, I would listen to stuff like that and be like, yeah, that doesn't apply to me. Like, there's no way. You guys just have this, whatever it is, and I'll never be that until you give yourself the opportunity and the chance to actually go forward and do it. And then you look back and you're like, oh, that's what they were talking about. Like, I get it. It really does. It takes that mindset shift. Like you were saying, it just takes that mindset shift to be able to give yourself the chance to, try at least. People don't try because they're afraid to fail. And it's so funny. Like, humans are hilarious, really.
Or they think like it should be that instant gratification. Like, oh my gosh, this is the first morning I worked out. I feel amazing, life change. Like, you're not going to feel like that week one. I can guarantee that, but you will eventually.
That compounds. It's like little tiny decisions, they compound. And then at the end of that, 2 weeks or 3 weeks, it's like this big. And you're like, oh, wow, that really did make a big difference.
If you could go back and tell your younger self one thing about health, what would it be?
Ooh, it's not all about looks.
Yeah.
That's a good
Eye
one.
gap doesn't matter. Yeah. Your waistline doesn't matter. Your loose skin, it's okay. You're going to get stretch marks. It's going to happen. Doesn't matter. Like at the end of the day, like I said, I want to be able to jump on the trampoline with my kids. I want to be able to chase them in the yard without getting like winded. Like those things really do matter. It's like showing up for the people that matter the most in your life and being able to do that with, not getting tired and winded and feeling sore and,
Yeah. I think for me, it's that not wanting to have to say no. Like I even look at, I can say this because my dad doesn't listen to my podcast, but he says no to a lot of things because I know he's like doesn't feel great in his body and he's a young grandpa. His oldest grandson is 12 and he just turned 60. Like he's not super old, but he'll be like, oh no, like because he's tired or like he's a hard time moving or like I don't want to be that. I want to be like, yeah, let's do it.
Exactly. I want to be able to just continue to do things. And I think even before becoming a mom, I think a lot of it was like, I just want to age nicely. I don't want to be fragile. I don't want to be this weak woman where I can't do anything and I have to call everyone over to do things for me. I want to live a long, high quality life. Like I don't want to just live till I'm 90. I want to live till I'm 90 and actually do things till I'm 90. And I think, kids are an extra little motivational piece. Like, okay, I also want to keep up with my kids and I want to be able to do all these different things. My great grandma, I mean, she was in her 90s and before she passed away, like she would like be hula hooping and jumping rope and like
Yeah.
dribbling a basketball literally up to like the week before she passed.
Yeah.
And so I want to be able to live like that. I don't want to be just like sitting in a chair all day. And my personality could not handle that either. Like,
Yeah.
I enjoy being up and moving. And I've been in a spot where my brain wanted me to go, 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 but like my body could not handle it because I was not taking care of my nervous system. I was not taking care of my meals. I was not working out and it didn't feel good. And you're constantly feeling like you're fighting your body. So I think the more we can really dig into these internal, why do I want to do this? Not just for how do I look in the mirror? What's the scale say?
Yeah.
The more you're going to commit to those pieces, because it's like, if I don't look great in the mirror today, oh well, we'll try again tomorrow. But if it's
Mhm.
like, you know what? No, if I do this today, I'm going to function a lot better at work. When I function a lot better at work, I can help more people. When I help more people, I am building my business. When my business builds, I'm getting more free time with my kids. So it's just, like you said, it compounds all these different things. So having those deep rooted whys is what keeps you going and figuring out these systems and not just feeling like a victim to everything. Like, oh, can't do it. I'm a working mom. I can't do it.
We could do a
Any-
whole episode on that.
I love this conversation. I love it.
Yes. Any last bits of advice that you would give to anyone listening, whether they're a mom, not a mom, getting started? Thoughts?
Yes. If it was important to you, you would.
Mhm.
And you have to think about that like in every facet of your life. And sometimes that means like maybe I don't have the, friendships that I used to have a long time ago. Like maybe that doesn't fit my lifestyle anymore. Like that's okay. Like I said, if it's important to you, you would. So
Mhm.
if it's important to you to feel healthy, then you would work out and you would choose to eat right. If it's important to show up for your kids, then you would do that. Like, for example, I save specific PTO to go in and do her Christmas party and her Valentine's party. Like, if it's important to you, you would. And
Mhm.
that has really helped me fill the buckets that I think are important to me in my life.
And I think it's okay to recognize some things are important to you that aren't important to others. And it doesn't really matter. It has to do with who you are as a person. And even with our clients, like they come and like, I didn't work out like we talked about, or I didn't get my protein goals. I'm like, okay. Like, I knew you'd be mad. I'm like, I'm not mad at you. What you do outside of our conversation, that is on you. I'm here to give you the information. I'm here to help guide you. But you have to choose why you want to do this, not because Bailey said so.
Yeah. When I lay down at night, what you did that day does not impact me at all. And vice versa.
It's always going to impact you. And thinking about like I think nutrition and movement in general can be tricky because it's like, well, if I don't do it, like like we don't necessarily see that right away happen. But like if you don't pay your water bill, your water is going to get shut off eventually. Like you get cut off. So we show up to work so that way we can pay our water bill. Same with our health. Like you have to show up. That way you can fill your tank up and you can handle life better and better each day. I think it's just harder because we don't physically see that happening right away.
Yeah.
Where it's like you can physically see your water not turning on and not being able to take a shower that night.
If I had $1 for every time an older patient or client was like, if I would have known then, like,
Yeah, you can't go back in time.
do things now that like 50, 60-year-old you would really appreciate.
Mhm.
It makes a difference. Thank you so much, Dani, for coming on. This was a great conversation. I like to kind of take a break from too much science-y things and just talk. As you can tell, we enjoy talking and just having the conversation. So yeah, we appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, I love this conversation, like I said, multiple times because I am a mom and I work and I relate. Like it's such a relatable struggle that so many people go through. And it's really hard to see online, like people just doing it so perfect. And I promise you, they're not. Like they're just showing.
Yeah.
They're just showing they're trying. And I've said it multiple times on my social media, like you have to give yourself grace and give yourself a chance. Just try. Yeah, if you want to follow me on social.
Yes. Yeah. Where can people find you if they want to keep up with you?
Yeah, Design X Dani. I share a lot of where I live, but I sprinkle in fitness every once in a while. I like to share my story because it is relatable. And I didn't really realize how relatable it was until I started sharing my story.
Yeah.
And a lot of people just reaching out being like, hey, I'm doing the same thing. I do have a blog too. So if you're interested in any of that, you can find that all on my Instagram.
Yes, perfect. Yeah, it's so fun just to be able to share things and you're like, okay, someone else kind of needed this. That's
Yeah.
why I had a video recently of just like my workouts, and there was several people that commented like, oh my gosh, someone else that works out in an unfinished basement, like the dungeon
Right.
club. I'm like, yeah, your basement, I mean, the goal, yes, I want to build the gym in the basement, but like right now that's not happening. So we're going to work out in the dungeon and it's going to be a-okay. And so I think it's just these little pieces that we build up in our brain that hold us back. They don't have to hold you back. Like, go to your dungeon, go outside,
Yeah.
just do something, and it doesn't have to be beautiful. Like, there are some really cool basement gyms out there. That's not my gym, but I'm also not going to wait for that to happen.
If it's important to you, you will.
Let's get it
Whether
done.
that's a dungeon or getting a gym membership or just getting some Amazon dumbbells and
Yes.
getting it in the like, you don't need a lot. You really don't.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, just getting started, you can just use your body.
Yeah.
And that works.
My top two things I always recommend to people is the dumbbells from Amazon, which is a little bit of an investment. I think that's like
Yeah.
$1.5, and then a weight vest with a plate.
Yes.
I mean, those two things, you are set for life.
You're
Now,
good.
eventually to build out your gym, totally fine. But literally, if you have those two things, like, you'll never have to buy anything. You wouldn't need a gym. Like, that would pay for itself in just a couple years of a gym membership.
Literally. Yeah.
know?
We calculated that because I was like, okay, if we both got a gym membership, it would cost this much a month. I'm like, we could just build our whole gym for that same price, and now we have it for more than a year.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
The best investment.
Seriously, thank you so much for having me. This was such a fun conversation.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm excited to keep listening and hear you.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Thank you everyone for listening and coming back to this week's episode. We will be back next week with a brand new topic. It'll be great.
We'll be here.
Yes. Have a great week, everyone, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.